Okay guys, let's see what we've done. Not a whole much. A whole lot of anything. One thing we did do, to everybody that commented on the last time about the compost and the plants getting scalded, actually most of it was scalding, I believe. There's some Beefmasters I've had out here for 2 days. They catch the morning sun, and then you can see them, they're in the shade already. It's about 1:45 now, and then the watermelons, they're doing fine. But anyway, what I'm doing, I'm letting them catch the morning sun, and then they're missing most of the afternoon sun. So, and what we did, we brought in 60 yards of topsoil. May be overkill, but I want to get through with it, and we've started this in some. What we did, we cut a lot of the compost out, and then we went in with a layer of about 4 to 5 inches of this topsoil. We mixed it, and then we went on top and we put another 3 to 4 inches of topsoil on top after we mixed the compost and the topsoil. So we're going into the topsoil first, then we get right on into our compost and our topsoil mixture. So anyway, what we're doing, we're laying a couple rows out. These will be tomatoes on this side of the building, and they'll go to the stakes down there. I'm going to use the across the front of the building out there, running the other direction for watermelons and that kind of stuff. But this will probably pretty much be tomatoes on this side. And we'll go over here and we'll start with cucumbers again. See if I can't kill these two. Did the same thing, mix the topsoil and all. And we're just pulling string lines, and we'll go to wetting this the next 3 or 4 days of just where we're going to be planting. And then we'll go from there. But same thing, we mixed all this stuff together. There's Mark and Elmo. Hey Elmo.
What's up? And
there's Corey for, is it Talon 2000, asking about Canadian women. Corey, any preference?
No preferences.
No preference? Canadian women are fine?
Whatever you got.
There you go. So then we go inside and it's raining. We just hooked up our water system and we're testing it out. We still got a couple bugs, but we'll work these things out. Anyway, that's what we're doing. I was going to go drip. Billy that helped us erect the building and found the building for us. He's adamant, go microjet. So what I'm going to do, we've got some of them on stands, just like where these peas are at. And there's going to be broccoli and cauliflower, that kind of stuff. Again, they're not going to make like they would have in cooler weather, but we use the leaves and we juice, and even the stalks. And Bobby, I think you said you were juicing some broccoli stalks, and there's some juice in them, you said, and there darn sure is. Over here is some Black Simpson lettuce, and the first 2 rows, the 3rd row is iceberg. First 2 in front of the romaine is iceberg. Look how that romaine's growing, guys. That stuff is killing it. But man, I love that. Good. Not in a salad, but the onions are coming on well. Our little beets are coming on, if you can see them yet, but they're coming along pretty good. 3 rows of 3 different kinds of okra, and again, this is all juice stuff. Our okra and peas that we're going to, pretty much eat, and we'll plant them in our garden out front. Got some peppers. Let's see what we got. We got 5 sweet chocolates, 5 cigaretto de bergamo or something, tequila sunrise, and then some corbachis. There's some Beefmasters, and there's a Jubilee on the right and a Sugar Baby on the left that aren't quite ready. We've got some squash starting to come in. We have the left is a straight neck squash. Then we have the lemon squash that's coming up beside those. Then the crook necks. Then we have several different more kind of lettuces. And again, we use those for juice and to put in our salads. Man, we've become firm believers in eating as many salads and that kind of stuff as you can, and juicing as much as you can. But we've got some celery coming up, and some spinach, and just different kinds of other stuff. All salad stuff though. Then we have some Southern Night tomatoes that we just planted, and then some carbons, and then we planted some Sarah Blacks. Then we have some atomic red carrots, which again are supposed to be really, really high in lycopene, which is a good cancer fighter. So we've got a full tray there, 72, and then another 36, I guess. Then half of this tray in the back is carrots. It's the ones on the left are the Parisian, I believe is how you pronounce it. The ones to the right are Snow Whites. I've never seen a white carrot, but hopefully I'm fixing to. This tray, Debbie put something in this, and I can't remember what it was. I'll have to ask her. There's some golden beets, some Detroit dark red beets, and some Lutz salad beets. Got to tell you, we haven't been doing this, but we just started in the last, I don't know, a couple, 3 weeks, using beets in our juice. Man, that made that juice really, really good. So, a lot of benefits from it. You see the radishes are coming on good. These tomatoes, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift these up. These lower limbs where this microjet hits them, doesn't hit them. I'm probably going to take this one off the stand and throw it up underneath the bush, but I'm going to lift this stuff up, and then that way that water won't be getting all over them. Let's see, but you can see we got some tomatoes ripening now. But again, these are some kind of tomatoes. I'm not sure because they came out of our juice stuff and just volunteered out of the compost pile. But man, they're growing. And then there's some Beefmasters. Then we have some green pineapples. Then some Homesteads. And then some Isis candies. Which I've never tasted these Isis candies. And about half this stuff in here I haven't never tasted. But they say they're really good. Then we have some mini oranges. Fox cherry. Some Riesentraubs, which are supposed to be a good cherry tomato. Then the black cherry. And then Bobby, there's you some Rutgers, buddy. I got the eggplants planted, all we're going to use. We're going to have 2 of each bush. We planted the Listata de Gandia, then the Ukrainian Beauty, the Florida Market. They were out of the Black Beauties. Then in front there's 2 little peppers, then there's 2 little peppers there. Those are both hot peppers. That's about all Debbie and I can stand of the hot peppers. Japanese cucumbers, then again are peas and all. So, but anyway, we're glad to get the water going. Again, I got talked out of the drip, but I think this will work fine. I'm just going to lift everything up a little bit so the water doesn't hit the leaves. There's where our power box is going. Next week we'll have our power run, so we'll have everything out here at that point. And but anyway, guys, again, let me tell y'all, Navajopa, Bobby. Man, I can't remember your new channel name, but it's the old Simplified dude. And just all of you guys that jumped in and commented with our problem we were having with our compost and setting these things off, or setting these first plants out. I had no idea growing in a greenhouse, you had to toughen these plants up a little bit before you put them in full sun. I believe you now, guys. I've proved myself that I am wrong and all you guys are right. So hopefully I won't kill any more. But anyway, that's what's going on. That's what we've done. And we're headed in the right direction, hopefully. I wasn't going to show you all this, but I can't stand it. Let me walk out here to this shed, or our barn. Y'all ain't going to believe this. I'm telling you, I really didn't have the money to do this. But we are getting these things so dadgum cheap, I couldn't afford not to do it. Down the road, we're going to, as you come in our gate, we've got a spot up against the woods that we'd like to put a couple greenhouses. And we're probably going to go ahead, probably by the end of this year, we're going to go ahead and plant a couple acres of blueberries. And we've got this land, guys, and we just haven't been using it, but we've been so busy with our business. But that's changed again a little bit. We slowed down some. Look how low the pond is while I'm out here. Man, we're way down. We're bone dry, guys. If y'all are getting that rain across Alabama and all, you had some bad weather and some flooding. But man, we're just begging for it. Look at the pasture, how dry. I mean, we're just dying. But anyway, they got a little chance. It's like 30 tomorrow and today, so possibly we'll get one. But anyway, here's what I was going to show you. Hope you can see it because of the sun. See this? 2 greenhouses. They were just brought today. And again, it's people that have gone out of business. And we've got a good friend that stays on top of these things like white on rice. And when Billy finds them, he contacts me and lets me know and goes, okay, I got two. You want them or not? So these are the only ones we're going to get for a while. And Debbie was looking at me like I'd lost my mind. But she's behind me 100%, and these things may sit a while. But again, man, if this economy picks back up and everything, I had a guy looking at the greenhouse we just came out of, our first one, and he's going, what did you pay for these darn trusses? And I told him what I paid for everything, and he liked to have fell down. But anyway, these two houses here, as you can see, they'll be 30 foot wide, and they're 72 foot long. These houses join in the center. You butt them up side by side. When you walk into them, there'll be one house. So when you walk into the entrance of these two houses, they'll be the same width as our original one right there. So it'll be a 60 foot wide deal you come into, and it'll be 72 feet long. And then what you do when you put the two buildings together, I know all you guys that mess with them know what they are, but for those that don't, this is the gutter that runs down between the buildings. And anyway, you just set them up together, and it's basically one greenhouse, although it's two buildings. So anyway, that's what we're doing. And again, this will probably be parked right here for a little while. But anyway, we're going to start trying to utilize our land. What we never have is, up until the last year or so, I've been involved in our business. And our son Mark, who you guys know as Red, has just really grabbed a hold of this thing and does a better job with it than I do anymore, but I wouldn't tell him that. And so Debbie and I have time on our hands, and Debbie's loving this greenhouse, so this will give us something down the road that we can piddle with a little more, and hopefully we'll make a little income off of it. So that's the plan. I do think there is a future in this if you'll do it and do it right. So just like anything else. Anyway, we've got everything. There's our paver sitting back in the back, and that's an old seal coat tank we had that we now keep diesel storage in. It's an old camper we've got, and I say old, it's not that old. But I had one of our guys that was staying in it at a trailer park, and he left, and we just pulled the camper back down here and cleaned it up, put it up. But this is what we do. There's a couple of our rollers, and anyway, again, we're in the asphalt paving business, and we're doing a lot of seal coating, a lot of striping, and a lot of asphalt repair, but not much paving. Nobody's doing it right now to speak of. But we run across one once in a while. Well, guys, listen, I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for all your comments, and listen, you guys take care, and God bless every one of you, okay? Later on.